Good. All right, class. So the field assessment test that I chose to do is the general push-up upper body muscular endurance assessment test. It's upper body endurance, muscular endurance for your chest, shoulders, and triceps. This can be used generally for really people of all ages, athletic backgrounds, or anything. As a personal trainer, I basically use this for 95% of the people I train because they come from backgrounds where they haven't really done anything. You can use it for athletes, but for athletes, I would probably lean more towards a YMCA bench press test, which has a loading in it. Which is why it's a little bit different. So for people that are kind of beginners, to test their endurance, that way you know where they're at. This is a good test for that. So that way you can kind of see where their muscular endurance is at, and then you can make a program according to kind of what they need. So protocols for this, there's a couple different ways you can do it. A lot of them, you can do a minute push-up assessment test, as many push-ups as you can do in a minute. I know the police academy does that. Generally the test is actually done with a metronome, and there's a beep, so you're supposed to stay with the rhythm of the test, and the test stops if you start to break form or if you start to break the rhythm. With this, we don't actually have a metronome right now, so with this we're just going to go for, you're going to keep doing push-ups until you break form or until you break rhythm. So there's no pausing at the top and keep going. Once you break that rhythm, test is done. You count how many reps you're at, and then you can kind of gauge to where your endurance is at. So general push-up assessment, general push-up form. All right, we're going to do push-ups just until the arms are about 90 degrees and back up. All right, it's not a military push-up. We don't need to touch the chest to the ground. 90 degrees and back up. So you're gonna keep going until form breaks. So if my back starts to cave, my back starts to arch, if I want to pause at the top, the test is done. Then, all right, you count the reps, you see where you're at. Like I said, best used for populations of beginners, so you can kind of test where they're at, create a program accordingly. And it is a very reliable test because you can repeat it, so you can test beginner, make a program for them, train their endurance, train their muscular endurance, retest the push-up test and kind of assess where they're at and see how you get stronger. It is also a valid test because it does test to see where an individual is at. You can see if I train or if I meet someone for the first time, have them do the push-up assessment test, they get 5 push-ups, their muscular endurance is pretty low. You know what I'm saying? Test it again, train it for a month, test it again a month later, it goes up to 10, 15 push-ups, their muscular endurance is getting better. Like I said, the YMCA bench press is a very comparable test. General use for athletes. The YMCA bench press test, I believe the loadings for males are 85 pounds and 35 pounds for women. Similar test, do with a metronome, keep going until the repetitions are form is broken, rhythm is broken, and that's also done with a metronome. So that is the field assessment test of the muscular endurance push-up.